Hello, welcome to my channel once again. It's been a while. I think we are back for good, and I will be sharing with you educative, entertaining, and then historic information on this channel. I know it's been a while, but we are back for good. Today, I just want us to talk about something very important. We want to talk about the problem of Africa. What exactly is the problem of Africa? And I have highlighted two issues for us to share with you. That is leadership and religion. To me, these are the things I want us to discuss. First of all, let's talk about African leaders. Sometimes when I talk about these African leaders, it's so unfortunate. These are people who the poor, hungry Africans are working so much to pay just to make sure that they come out with policies that will benefit them. But these are our leaders who think of nothing but the next election. Anytime an African leader is voted into office, what they think about is how to win the next election. And it's so appalling. The youth of Africa are beginning to lose hope in the leadership of Africa. They don't even have anything to tell the youth than to wait when it is time for elections. They come out, bribe their ways back to the office, and the youth are continued wallowing in abject poverty. No wonder most people take it upon themselves to find food to eat. African leaders are now becoming something else. They win power, they promise you, they'll tell you what they want to do, but immediately they win power, then you see the other side of them. You will see their arrogance. You will see their appetite for luxury. You will see every other part of them. There is no honesty in what the African leaders do. They increase their salaries over 100%, yet the poor teacher in Africa cannot even get up to 10% salary increment. African people, the youth, most people are graduates in Africa, but they are unemployed. They have nothing to do. No wonder I was listening to somebody sometime. I used to say this, and then people were like, some people are now wondering the excess of education in Africa. Too bookish. I said it in my previous post. Instead of our leaders should find a way to make educating itself, at least empowering the youth to do something for themselves. They are interested in divide and rule. Just like what happened to our forefathers. Because when the white people came to rule us, there was this kind of divide and rule system where some were made to be seen as believers, others were seen as non-believers. Then they began to stigmatize among themselves. We can talk about the apartheid in South Africa, where the black man in his own land was not even respected. Now, our leadership currently are the worst form of leaders we have seen. We have read and we have heard of how African leaders toil for us to be independent. Today, we are not independent. Some of us felt that Africa is still under the colony of the white people. Our leaders always go there, take whatever information is up there, then they will come and rule us. You cannot solve an African problem with an European solution. We wonder what our leaders actually feel when they sit down and look at what they do. It's unfortunate. But our leaders are actually the problem. And I ask this question. Are these African leaders actually representing Africans? I know by now the likes of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Muhammad al-Gaddafi of Libya, Jomo Kenyatta, Julius Nyerere, these people will be turning in their graves. You will see somebody, African politicians are our problem. Just 1 year into an office, and you can count over 5 mansions. Even to an extent, even the judiciary, who are supposed to represent us and interpret laws, are influenced by the politician. Everything is just, I don't know. Are we actually ready for democracy? The youth of Africa are disappointed in you as African leaders. If this was the kind of attitude you were having, we were better off if we were under the colonial rule, and we know that we have been ruled. At least they were honest to us. Our leaders are so dishonest to an extent that even any time they even say something, you don't even want to listen to it because it's all fallacy. Please, the leadership of Africa, the youth are disappointed in you. We need to sit up. It's no more politics in Africa, it's politics. They deceive us, we vote them into office, and they amass wealth to enrich themselves and enrich their families. Nobody sees this. No wonder in some African countries, we have seen situations that they will amass the wealth to an extent that even when it is time for them to leave office, they want to amend the constitution of the country just to stay in power, just to loot. Corruption is now a canker eating deep in everybody. When you want to say it, then they will go and bribe. You know, it's unfortunate, but I want to say that, look, I want to say this to our African leaders. Every day for a thief a man, and 1 day for the master. If you don't sit up and do the right thing, 1 day the youth will rise. This is not the kind of leadership our forefathers, this is not the kind of Africa our forefathers tried for. People have now seen politics to be an avenue to make money. And that is unfortunate. They collateralize our mineral resources just to get money. They have even forgotten that 10 years or 20 years to come, they will not be there. The youth should suffer. What kind of leadership are we having? Saying all this, I will say respect to the Rwandan president. You are an exemplary leader, and we pray others will look at you and respect you. Our education has no formula. What type of education are you practicing that it doesn't even address your immediate problems? What type of education is that? Work that is development project started by previous administration will be abandoned by the next administration. You can fool the people all the time, but you can't fool the people all the time. What kind of life is that? Our major problem in Africa is our leaders. We have leaders who are greedy, leaders who doesn't have Africa at heart. And this is not the kind of leaders Africa, our forefathers, left for us. We will come and squander. When there's no money, we'll run to IMF bailout, and they will give you conditions. Then you come and take it and begin to punish people. We can't have employment. What kind of life is that? So the problem we are having in Africa is that we have put in leaders, we have voted for leaders who are not representing Africa itself. Look at the kind of miracles the Rwandan president is doing. This is a president who is actually representing his people. I have monitored him for a while. Hey, but we have leaders in Africa who even during COVID, when their countries were, their economies were in shambles, they prefer to what? Fly in what? Private jets. We have seen leaders who within a twinkle of an eye has shared state lands among themselves. What kind of a country are we in? Just some few days ago, I witnessed an election just to elect regional representatives of what political parties. And the kind of money that was doled out to delegates, even to an extent, children in schools, when you ask them, some of them are like, what do you want to be in future? The person said, I want to be a delegate. Why do you want to be a delegate? My dad is a delegate. Anytime he goes to Accra, he comes with a tractor, he comes with money. What kind of life is that? When has being a delegate become a job? So we have to get serious. No wonder Donald Trump said we are a shithole. They be in Africa, when they are sick, they'll fly to abroad, treat themselves. No serious country for over 3 years now have changed the curriculum, yet there are no textbooks. What kind of country is this? You go to Nigeria, they are crying. You come to Ghana, it's worse off. You go to, what kind of life is that? If they are not trying to tempt with the constitution just to stay in power for long, then they are looting and sharing state properties among themselves. What exactly do you want? Why have you chosen to be leaders of Africa? And it's unfortunate that youth who have lost hope have no option than to follow them, because their source of livelihood depend on them. So whatever they say, they follow them, because that is where they will get some money to go and also eat and feed themselves. People are forced into being party vigilantes, and I don't blame them. Unemployment, they have lost hope in the system. And until Africans sit up and then develop something nice for African leaders, Africans will begin to continue to suffer. Just look at the African Union. What exactly is happening there? You will wait, somebody will tempt with the constitution just to remain in power. You will not say anything. Now, when the people rise up to fight, then you say that there's a coup d'etat. I will never support coup d'etat, but we need not to be hypocrites. When you push the people to the wall, definitely they will push back. Let Africa remain Africa, not imitated Europeans. Our leaders themselves are making us feel that we are inferior. Please, my dear African leaders, if you know you are not ready to represent Africa, please don't bring yourself out to be elected as a president. The youth of Africa are becoming disappointed. And it is our hope and prayer that one day somebody will represent Africa and represent us well. Respect to the Rwandan president once again. You are an exemplary leader, and your reign will be great. Our forefathers, our great-grandfathers are with you in their graves. You are a great leader and you will live long. To those of you who have taken presidency to be an avenue to amass wealth, look at how the Rwandan president is developing Rwanda. Let the people feel, I think the resources are there. So our problem in Africa is not anybody. Then the people would have chosen to lead us. They are our problem. But one thing they fail to understand is that the cooking pot for a chameleon is the same cooking pot for what? A lizard. Whatever happens, we are all in Africa. It's high time our leaders allow us to enjoy Africa. Allow the African people to develop themselves, not to amass wealth. They are the problem of Africa. In my next video, I'll be talking about how religion has also contributed to what we are facing now in Africa. May Africa live long. May those who will come out and develop Africa be brought forward. The youth of Africa are disappointed in our current leadership. Long live Africa, long live us all. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do subscribe to this channel.